What's up? What's up, man? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe to the channel. And also be sure to hit the notifications too so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. Okay, now, um, there have been a lot of doubters for Dallas, and everybody knows I'm not a Cowboys fan, but uh, I am a fan of Dak Prescott. I love Amari Cooper, and I like Zeke. You know what I'm saying? I like good talent, and I have to give they're just due. Okay. Now this is the reason why the Cowboys are in great position to actually. I'm not going to say win the whole thing, but they could make a pretty deep run. Okay. Um, First and foremost, before I get started, hold on one second, y'all. First and foremost, before I get started, man, um, you know, a lot of people got to understand that whether you play, whether you play mediocre teams or whether you play really great teams, okay, we can't always look at the strength of schedule or anything like that, taking that always into into consideration. Okay. Um, a lot of people don't realize, man, before Dak had got hurt last year, Dak was averaging, he was leading the NFL in passing yards per game, which was at 37 371.2 a game. And believe it or not, he was on pace to throw for more yards than any other player in NFL history. That was before he got hurt. Um, he was the top. He was at the top choice for MVP, and due to that injury, it it robs him of a historic year. Now I know you're gonna pump the brakes, and now you're gonna say, okay, well, it's not about Dak. Well, a big portion of it is because you see what happened when they put Dalton in, and then after that, then they put the other quarterback in. They really couldn't do anything. Now in 2019, the cow a lot of people don't understand is the Cowboys were healthier on both offense uh, and somewhat on defense. And the offensive explosion that the Cowboys had was actually sixth best in the NFL. Now, here's the thing. This is the reason why I'm mentioning that. Okay. Now, their key to actually make a run at the Super Bowl, or one of the keys, is the fact that they added C.D. Lamb. Okay. Now, I understand that a lot of people are aware of this, but I've been critical of C.D. Lamb. I've already said that, but I'm gonna tell you like this, okay? And some of y'all are probably gonna disagree with me. If C.D. Lamb, I'm gonna get to the defense in just a second. If C.D. Lamb is on the same page and is playing tremendous and not dropping balls, dog, you you have two dynamic receivers right there in your arsenal. And he could easily, listen, some people, they had disagreed with me. I still got Amari Cooper as the main guy. But if CeeDee Lamb keeps playing the way he plays, they could prove me wrong. There's been some people that said that CeeDee Lamb is better. They could end up proving me wrong. And I'll be man enough to admit. But all I said is that he just needed to tighten up in some areas. And I said right now he wasn't as good as a you know, Prescott, you take into consideration that Prescott missing 11 games, Ezekiel Elliott, and the remaining offense. You know what I'm saying? They had a down year. Uh, Tyron Smith and Collins. You know, 48 games, and with all three back now fully healthy, you have to take that into consideration. Y'all not that's the key thing. The Dallas Cowboys offensive line, that's the cream of the crop. I know we can look at secondary. I know we can look at receivers, backs, and all of that, and offense and stuff like that. But in terms of like receivers and quarterbacks and stuff like that. But when you talk about the offensive line, that's the cream of the crop of Dallas, and that's what's going to really, really propel them. And now they have no other choice but to go up. Uh, you got Zeke. Zeke is back, and Zeke has lost a little bit of weight. He's playing at a phenomenal level. Y'all sitting up there and y'all acting like Ezekiel Elliott is not one of the top rushers in the NFL right now, rushing and on top of that, in passing, in receiving and receptions for the backs. Okay, now the defense is the calling card. They've already, and let me say this too. Entering the season, Dallas was already ranked sixth, in terms of offense or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they've been putting up big numbers. They propelled that big number, especially against the Giants. I know that's like, y'all are looking, oh, well, they're just the Giants, or they're just playing Carolina or something like that. The fact is that they're still winning and they're still 5-1. And then on top of that, Dak Prescott, nobody expected this guy to play even half as good as it was. I'm gonna be real with you. I thought Dak was gonna be like 70%. I thought Dak was gonna be like 70%. This guy has surpassed expectations like through the roof, man. Everybody was expecting Dak to, kind of be like, okay, he was gonna come back, start off slow, wasn't gonna play that good. Man, this dude is picking up where he left off, and that's why I have at the top right now with MVP candidates. Somebody asked me the other day, well, how come you don't have Josh, Josh Allen in there. And the reason why I don't have Josh Allen in there is because you got to think about it. I got quarterbacks that are more valuable to their team than anything. That's what the MVP is about. How valuable you are to your team. And the thing about it is, you take Dak away from that offense. Guess what? It's gonna swelter. You take Rodgers away from that offense. Guess what? It's gonna swelter. And he's playing phenomenal this year. You take definitely Lamar Jackson away from that offense. The team is gonna swelter. You take Kyler Murray away from that offense. Guess what? The team is gonna swelter. And then, of course, you take Tom Brady away from us. Guess what? It's gonna swelter. And those were my MVPs. You gotta think about it. You got 4 5s and 1 and a 6-0. Arizona 6-0. Dallas 5-1. Green Bay 5-1. Lamar and them 5-1. And that's why I got them clear cut as the MVP right now. Now I did say that Diggs has a case for defensive MVP, and that's another thing. That brings up another thing. Now that we're talking about Diggs and we're talking about the defense has already surpassed expectations. The defense has already surpassed expectations. Now, coming into the offseason, Jerry Jones knew that he had to make big changes. Last year, everybody was complaining about the defense. They were fifth worst in the NFL, and they allowed, I think it was like 29. It was damn near 30 points per game, and they made a change in their front office. They wanted to provide Quinn with fresh new talent, and that's what they got. That's what they got. Cowboys got they got they got back Demarcus Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? He's been having little knickknack there, and of course Randy Gregory. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you still got Vander Ish. His biggest thing was about him staying healthy, and then you can't say enough about Micah Parsons, who is arguably the best defender in the draft. I told you, Micah Parsons reminds me of Ray Lewis. I don't give a fuck what you say. Micah Parsons is all over the goddamn field. Everywhere. He is everywhere. Then on top of that, you got to take into account, guess who's leading in interceptions right now? Trayvon Diggs. He was at 7 the last time I checked. Could be at 8. But guess how many interceptions Patrick Mahomes got? Hello, he got 8. Trayvon Diggs leading the NFL in interceptions. Hello. Come on, man, and see, y'all talking about the secondary, they haven't done anything. I guarantee you that secondary can cover anybody in that motherfucker. And look, we barely beat Dallas. Tampa Bay, we barely beat Dallas. And Dak said we'll be back. That hey, they were the champs. And listen, they were playing again. We weren't even at our best game. But the health that's the only thing that's going to hold them back. Other than that, they got the talent. Dallas does have the talent on defense. And look, I know y'all want them to pump the brakes about being compared to the 90s Cowboys and everything like that. I'm pumping the brakes in the sense that, okay, they're not quite Super Bowl ready. But in terms of them actually making a deep run this year, they can actually do it. Of course, they're gonna push. They're gonna push in terms of marketing and selling the story and everything because people love the Cowboys. That's what they love. But at the same token, make no mistake about it. Dallas is for real. They're not just 5-1 just for no reason. And then on top of that, when they beat a couple, okay, when they beat some more teams, right? Then what are you gonna say? Well, well, they got to win in the playoffs, and they got to do this, and they got to do that. You're never gonna please anybody. You're never gonna please anybody, but you have to give credit to what credit is due. Y'all sit here and y'all act like these guys are, you know, from last year and everything. This is a new, fresh team right here, and they're healthy and they're ready to play. You can see it. You can see it. You can see it. Now, another thing is that I don't think a lot of people are recognizing is the coaching staff. They got a lot of experience, and if you looked at, a lot of people were disappointed in the fact that they had Hard Knocks and stuff. I wasn't. I think it was great. I think it was a great thing for them to have Hard Knocks because it it allowed people to see what kind of what was truly being built there in Dallas and what they're working on and what they're cooking on and everything. Because sometimes, man, when you're from the outside looking in, you don't truly understand what's taking place with an organization and with the team and stuff like that. You make your own assumptions and stuff. Like for instance, I didn't know that they had the former coach of Miami there. Now he might not be good in terms of the head coach, but he certainly has helped them on their staff. Last season, the defense was atrocious. Okay, and with the healthy year, the inefficiencies, uh, it prevented the Cowboys from doing any type of damage in the playoffs. Okay, now Quinn, he 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 was with the Seahawks in the Legion of Boom era, and he brings a lot of experience. Okay, he brings a lot of experience, and that's what's taking place. People forget that Quinn had won uh, a Super Bowl as a defensive coordinator. You know, uh, and had it and having him there is a big plus. Now, Mike McCarthy, this is an Achilles heel that's going to happen. Um, Mike McCarthy, play calling and his decision making, man, that's going to be the thing that's gonna be the Achilles heel for them because like that 4th and 1 where they could have went for it and they decided to go ahead and go for that field goal that they ultimately missed, for an example, he could have just went for it and could have got them in better position to get a touchdown or even a closer field goal. But I didn't understand that right there. As well as he's done stuff like that in previous games too. He did it. He made some crucial decisions that were really questionable against the Chargers. You know, now in the NFL, things tend to start at the top. Now we're looking at the quarterback situations in the NFC East. Okay, the Cowboys they definitely have the have the best signal caller. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, last year, even though even though they, they weren't, the NFC East wasn't NFC least, like what you had to call them. None of them teams were good. I think the best was 7-9. But see, with the full healthy Prescott, there's no way that the Cowboys are going to finish worse with any type of bad record this year. They're gonna win. I have them being better than the Rams. They're gonna get ultimately better than the Rams this year. And see, that's another thing too. Y'all look at the Rams. Y'all are like, oh, the Rams, the Rams, the Rams. Listen, I was I was with the Rams in the beginning, but guess what? The Rams defense is ranked. They were ranked 13th. What's up, Trudy King? I'll see you in the building. Uh, Go subscribe to Trudy King TV, man. And then Scrub Zero, I see you in the building too. They were ranked 13th. Cowboys are ranked 5th, and that's only getting better. You got to do the math on that. You have to do the math on that. Y'all are looking at this team, and y'all are saying, okay, well, this team is better, that team is better. Da, 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 da. They're playing this, all this other stuff. Okay, they've been battle tested already. So these guys they've been in the trenches with one another. It's not like these guys don't know each other. They were just healthy. They weren't able to get any reps together. Now that they got reps together, they had a full training camp together. These guys are healthy now. Now you're seeing it. Now y'all want to make an excuse. Oh, well, you know what, man? They haven't played anybody. I'm not saying that. If they're not playing anybody, blow them motherfuckers out. That's what you're supposed to do. You think Jimmy Johnson was up in there? Oh no, we're not playing anybody. We're just gonna slack off. No. Johnson wanted you to stomp a mud hole in their ass. That's why guys used to get mad at Jimmy Johnson on the opposing team because they would run the score up. But anyways, man, I just wanted to give my take on that. Like this video, share, subscribe, also hit the notifications too. So that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. Till then, it's Polo Sports Talking ENT, man. I'm going to get at y'all later.